Price drops and multiple offers all in the same region, be that nationally or locally. What's going on in this currently convoluted market, you might ask? What are the experts saying and what's coming next? Stay tuned for a local and broader market outlook and review coming up next. Welcome to the channel where we talk all things real estate, including area news, reviews, and happenings, as well as cool things to do and see in this greater region of the Pacific Northwest and Metro Vancouver. Hi, I'm Scott Spiker, a local real estate broker, and I'll be your host and guide on this channel. So what is up in the market currently? 5K, 10K, and 20K price drops with the occasional multi-offer anomaly still going on? Being that multi-offer situations are now more the exception than the rule, just the opposite from what was only happening just a year ago. Let's ponder the local market, take a look at some national points of interest, and see how it all compares to what's going on here regionally. In Southwest Washington and other areas of the state, we have seen some significant drops in single-family home prices, but also a general slowing in movement overall. Here are some numbers for the month. Closed sales dropped from 100 units from last month. New listings are down by 85 homes. Pending sales are also down by over 100, and active listings were only slightly up by 45 compared to last month. Days on market lengthened a little by 3 days from 35 to 38. The median sales price took a bit of a hit compared to last month with a little over a $10,000 difference, while the average sales price came down even more by $17,000. Overall, things continue to slow as we near the holidays, which is a typically slower period, but also amid the coming election fiasco and looming economic indicators of a possibly slow and long recession. According to Bank of America, the current housing market trend looks more like the 1980s than the recent crash of 2007. Some folks are likening it to that early period when Paul Volcker was the Fed chair and his intention was defeating inflation at the time, which he did achieve. However, in the process, he helped instigate the recession of the same period. Back then, the average 30-year mortgage started that decade at 12.85% interest. There was a brief drop in the spring of 1980, followed by an ever-increasing rise until rates peaked at 18.63% in October of 1981. Some say the current Fed Chairman Jerome Powell is following the same playbook, and a comparison to that era might be a better forecast for what's in store and how things play out in the long run. However, many say the situation is different from our earlier housing crash in that we won't see a sharp decrease in prices that preceded the global financial crisis, or GFC if you like acronyms. Bank of America and others are saying, nonetheless, forecasting more pain on the horizon. With rates likely staying higher for longer, we are cautious about possible turbulence ahead, said Jess Park, a U.S. economist at the Bank of America, with rates being pushed to a 23-year high this month alone. But it's not like sentiment hasn't changed for the group most likely prepared for home buying, current-day millennials, or has it? According to Bankrate, some home ownership was cited as part of what would be the American dream by 74% of U.S. adults, outpacing being able to retire, which was 62%, having a successful career, which was 61%, or even having children, which was 42% by the same group. But according to CEO of Redfin, Glenn Kelman, millennials have stopped buying homes. He also added 1 in 5 millennials believe they will never own a home. Serious affordability is a major stumbling block right now. Part of that, for sure, is the persistent lack of inventory in areas where people want to live, mostly predominant in the southern tier, and then yes, the western U.S., like where we are located. Couple that with ever-increasing interest rates that have more than doubled since January of 2021, and you have a steep barrier to home buying entry. Yeah, we have seen high interest rates before, as mentioned during the Volcker era, but then median price home points at that time were $68,000 for a home, combined with a median household income of around $23,000. Today, U.S. median home costs are around $410,000, while the national median income is $74,000. According to Black Knight, a real estate analytics firm, the average national mortgage, including principal and interest, was $2,306 in July, the highest on record. And the average here is even slightly higher at $2,883. That's almost double the financial stretch compared to back in 1980. And it currently seems very unlikely that interest rates will ease by the end of the year. Currently, our local inventory is up by a half a month, giving buyers some relief, but the broader picture nationally shows existing inventory at half of what it was 4 years ago. That's likely why home prices still remain high. Adding to the confusion, Redfin's latest housing market update said 31% of homes sold for over list price and 6.6% of homes had a price drop. Our stats here show 41% of homes in September sold for under asking, 31% for over asking, and 28% sold for right at asking, according to recent data from Rocket Mortgage. Over list prices and multiple offers aren't anywhere near what they were even a year ago. And locally, regionally, getting your property priced according to this highly dynamic market is a fine art. I've seen some serious price drops with homes that didn't get it right from the start and or weren't marketed as strongly as they could have been. Fairly common price drops are 5 to 10K in our area, with the occasional 20K or more drop. I did see some extremes at other points of the state. There was one price drop in Ocean Shores I saw for $82,000 and another for $50K. Due diligence and thorough market research is critical right now, as is strong, attractive promotion. But it's still possible to see multiple offers, even though most things in the higher price points are likely to languish past the average days on market. All this does mean that buyers are having more say-so in negotiations and can plan to be a little more choosy. There are those who think the current trend will continue with escalating interest rates for the near future in an effort to curb high home prices. But that will only go so far. What we really need to do is boost inventory substantially to bring prices down and keep them there for a while. If you found this interesting or of value, consider subscribing. If you are looking for a guide in finding or selling a home, or have questions about property values or area neighborhoods, feel free to contact me anytime. Stay healthy and active out there, and I will see you in the next episode of Cascade Living.